Hey guys, it's Rachel from the Little Ring Lamb, and today I have a book/DVD haul. These books and DVDs have been kind of sitting in this box in my room, like I've been using them, or reading them, but they've been sitting in this box in my room. I've been having them since June, I believe June, maybe late May, I believe it was June though, till all the way up to today, because the last book actually came in today because I ordered them together, but the other one was taking a while because I had to come from somewhere else apparently, at some some storehouse I think. Because it was from Chapters, but it was like in Alberta for a while. It was confusing. Anyway, so the first half will be books, and I'll put a timestamp at the bottom in case you came here for DVDs, and it'll be the first line in the description box. And if you don't want to watch the book stuff, you can skip to the DVDs, or I guess vice versa. Wait, that doesn't really make sense. Well, then I'll just tell you the time to stop watching if you don't want to see the DVDs. So I'll try to put that in there for your viewing pleasure. So starting off with books, so Chapters, I had 3 books in my cart actually, because I wasn't trying not to buy a lot of books lately because I have bought quite a few. Like this year I've actually done more book hauls than usual. And I just was trying to, not, but I had to pick up one for my buddy read, and I had 2 others in my basket. And Chapters, like, I don't know if you guys, like if you live in Canada you know this, but they had like a promotion that buy 5 books get a $10 points worth on your Plum card. And basically I went in the bargain section. I found 2 really cheap books that sounded really interesting, so I decided to put them in my basket so I could also get that $10 perk because it does take a while to accumulate points. So the first book I picked up was 24 Hours in the Life of a Woman by Stefan Zweig. And this book is very small, and I want to read this author's work. I'm very interested in a lot of his works because he was the inspiration for Wes Anderson's The Grand Budapest Hotel, a lot of his works. This one wasn't, I don't believe, but I do want to read more of this author's work because I absolutely adored that film. So if I like this author's works, I'm going to read more. I really want to read The Post Office Girl. I believe that's one of his books, but I didn't want to spend a lot of this budget, and this one was cheaper. So I bought this one for right now to start off with his books, but I'm at least going to probably give that one a try even if I don't like this one. The next book I picked up, and basically, before I get on to this, basically this just recounts the life of Mrs. C. She's recently bereaved and searching for excitement and meaning, unable to resist the bright lights of a casino and the passion of a desperate stranger. She discovers a new purpose in her life. So it's just 24 hours in her life. The next book I picked up was P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. And I'm going to be buddy reading this with Steph from the Book Hopper by the time you see this in a few days. And I'm really excited to do that. We buddy read the first book at the end of this past June, and I really enjoyed it, so I decided to pick that up. Well, obviously because I am doing a buddy read, so I kind of need to have a copy of it. And then I also picked up Always and Forever Lara Jean by Jenny Han. Oh, that's not something on the screen, that's the mirror on the thing. I was like, oh, there's like something on there. But this is the 3rd book. It was on sale because it is a new release, and it was on Chapters like sale section, or like 5th, like the new releases section. So it was on sale, so I decided to pick it up because after I read the 2nd one, I'm going to be reading the 3rd one soon, so I know those 2 books will get done out of this haul right off the bat. And then I picked up How to Be Both by Ali Smith from the bargain section, and I was really interested in this book. It has a small paragraph, so I'm just going to read what it is about. And those 2, the 2nd, 3rd books, are sequels I just talked about, so I'm not going to go into their descriptions, just for spoiler's sake. But this book is a novel about art's versatility. Borrowing from painting's fresco technique to make an original literary double take, it's a fast-moving, genre-bending conversation between forms, times, truths, and fictions. There's a Renaissance artist of the 1460s. There's a child of the 1960s. 2 tales of love and injustice twist into a singular yarn where time gets timeless, structural gets playful, knowing gets mysterious, fictional gets real, and all life's givens get given a second chance. And it sounds very interesting, and there's 2 perspectives, and this was also longlisted for the Man Booker Prize. That's how I knew about this book, because I'd heard really good things about this book. And apparently some books are printed with a certain section at the front, and other books have the second half. Like, they're printed differently. So half the books could be at the front, half the books could be at the back. And apparently it makes a difference in your thoughts, whichever one's at the first whichever half is the first half. A lot of people on Goodreads, or like if they've reread it, they read it like if their second half is the artist, they reread that first and then go to the first half. So it's like you can read it in 2 different ways, and it kind of helps with the conversation. It's kind of confusing novel to summarize. And then I picked up The Red Chamber by Pauline A. Chen. This was also in the bargain section, and this one sounds super interesting. I'm very interested in China. I took 2 Chinese history classes, my only 2, I think, besides there's a seminar, but the only two that are open for non-history majors, and I really enjoyed it. I find it very interesting, and this one is basically set during the 18th century in Beijing, and it weaves it together and tells the tale the lives of three unforgettable women who collide in the inner chambers of the High Mansion. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And it kind of recounts their lives, and it sounded really interesting. And this one was actually supposed to be a paperback, and it came in a hardcover copy, and I'm not complaining. Now on to DVDs. So the first DVD I picked up was actually, I believe, in early June, and it was Birdman, or The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. And I watched this with my friend Ray, and it's one of his favorites, and now it's one of my favorites too. It's a really well-made film. The trailer did not do it justice. It did not interest me from the trailer, but the film is just phenomenal. My bang keeps like falling in my face off my head. Distracting me. The next film I picked up was Raising Helen. I've already seen this film. Me and my sister really liked this film, and it was on sale, so I decided to pick it up so we could watch it. And yeah, I'm not really going to go into the movie descriptions because some of these are older and it just would be a long movie. I went into the books because I feel like books are, you know, most movies people probably have heard of from Oscars and, you know, commercials, but books sometimes there's a lot of movies, but the ones I'm hauling aren't that crazy out, not crazy out there, but you know, like there are movies that have been heard about, I believe, by most people probably. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. I do not know what he's barking at. But the next movie is Her, and this one was actually on sale in Canada if you're really interested in it, because I got it from Amazon and it was like $2 and something. It was really cheap, so I've been interested in this film since I saw it at the on the Oscars award show. I don't know how to phrase that correctly, but since I saw it then, and it sounded very interesting, so I think it's still on sale. So if you are in Canada, you might want to check that out if you're interested in it, because it is a good deal. And the next movie I picked up was actually one I picked up last week, and it's a Silver Linings Playbook. I just read the book, and then I ordered this immediately because I really want to watch it after reading the novel, and I was like, I read the novel, so now I can see it. And the last thing I picked up was The Affair Season 1 and The Affair Season 2. I have 5 episodes for the first season. I'm really loving it, so then I ordered the second season. So excited to watch that. And The Affair is about, obviously, 2 people having an affair, and they're recounting their affair to I don't know why I can't say those words. They're recounting their affair to a police officer because there has been a murder, and that is basically it for my book haul and it for that description of that show. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely let me know if you have read or seen any of these films. Please don't leave spoilers if you know I haven't read or seen these films. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!